I've been born ready.
I was born ready.
Born ready. What?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the ThereØF podcast. Joey isn't here, so we get to do an intro again. This is episode 15. I'm Troy.
I'm Javal.
Before we start, I need to point something out. Remember how I cut myself last week? No, we won't. Ow. Unless, that's on film. Trying to open a bottle.
Yeah.
And then you got me vice grips and all of that, and it was a whole funny thing. I had this thing, right? Which is this, like, Ozark knockoff Yeti can thing. It's meant for a can, right? The bottom of it
has a bottle opener. Wow.
So I'm like even dumber than what I originally was for cutting myself. But if I can even get this thing to work. Watch, I'm going to slice myself open again. Trying to open one on camera again. But yay. I'm finishing off the last of the Christmas sales that we got because we had like 50 of them.
Yeah, I thought you might need some pliers this week.
Yeah. Your 30 Shades of Grey pliers. I don't like drinking beer out of season, so spring's here, so I have to finish off all of the winter stuff that I have.
So what do you drink during the spring if you don't drink beer out of season?
No, I still drink beer.
Oh.
I still drink IPAs and stuff like that, but I don't drink like winter beers.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Like I don't drink summer beers when it's not summer. I wait on October stuff, like all the pumpkin ales and stuff like that. I wait on that until it's actually autumn. You know, I try to keep it in the season. Just so I can one up on my snobbery. You know what I mean? So.
I just drink Busch Light or Bud Light all year round, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I used to be like that too, but I've evolved.
I know some people like Busch. Like, hey, it's affordable.
Yeah. It's not Milwaukee's best. Milwaukee's best light.
Well, hey, that was back in my days.
We've all been there.
Back in my days.
I used to go and grab 2 30-packs of Keystone or Natty,
yeah.
You know, off of work.
I don't know about no Natty, but some Natty Daddy.
Nah, that was, yeah. Now I spend a ton in beer, and then that's evolved in my whiskey as well, in my liquor.
Yeah.
I went from being able to cop cheap plastic bottles from, you know, Walmart Giant Eagle and stuff of the Pop-Off or Orlov vodkas and stuff. And now I'm like, no, I don't pay less than $70 a bottle for my like scotch and bourbons.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
you got to get your money's worth. If you're going to drink good, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
I had got my nephew a bottle of Bel Air champagne.
Mm-hmm.
He just came back from his vacation. I ain't gonna say where he was at, but he just got back from vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you gotta celebrate.
You gotta celebrate and pop a quick bottle. See, I've never gotten into champagne. I've had champagne, you know, once a year on like New Year's and stuff like that, but
yeah,
I've never been able to tell the difference between a nice bottle or a cheap bottle of champagne.
You only get 3 glasses out of it.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, Bel Air is pretty decent. You know, it's a decent champagne. It's
Yeah.
not like the cheapest.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I know people that are into rye and stuff like that, and into what's the shit that tastes like pine needles? Gin.
Now
I can't get into gin.
You can get you some cheap champagne for like $10.
Yeah.
So, if you go through the drive-through.
Mm-hmm. No, I've just had like some like low end. Got it from like Giant Eagle or something.
Yeah.
Like champagne for New Year's, and that's about it. Like, never really could tell the difference. Well, I haven't had high-end champagne. I haven't paid a good amount for a bottle of champagne, so I'm not that bougie.
Yeah, it's going to add up. It's going to add up with 3 glasses.
Yeah, exactly. But you went out and did something exciting today.
Yeah, I stopped being a hobbit, and I finally went out somewhere. Went to go see that John Wick 4 movie.
Is it good?
It's really great. It's really good. I would definitely recommend going to see it.
Yeah. No spoilers here. Just in case, we're not going to spoil anything.
No, I'm not
I
going to
haven't
spoil
seen
nothing.
it, so if he spoils
yeah.
anything, it'll definitely be cut, and I'll be won't
It's
be
a great
happy.
movie. That's all I will say. Go see it.
Yeah,
And if you got a movie
bistro.
bistro, you can order alcoholic beverages while you watch it.
Yeah, which is cool that we have one of those. Because I went to um the what is it, Alamo Draft House in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Right, I've been to that one in Austin. I think there's one in San Antonio that I went to. I always thought that was the coolest thing. Like, go to a theater, you're sitting at a table, you can order a pizza and beer
Right.
and watch a movie, and it's just a whole bunch of tables. And then I was in, I want to say it was like Columbus or something, and went to a movie theater there. And it was all the regular seats, but they had a little table in between a couple seats.
Right.
And you can like order beer and stuff like that. But I guess the bistro is more like a draft house where you have like a table that you sit at, right?
Yeah, you can sit at the table. They got the incliner seats now, the leather incliner seats. They got a little stand on the seat where you can put your drink down and your food on there. It's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you $10 for for like small drink,
Mm-hmm.
a small drink of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's
But
like you're going to a concert, you know?
but
Oh, it was Jack that you got?
yeah, they got some kind of young people working there too. So I don't think they know what they do as far as they bar tender skills.
I mean, do they actually pour it out of a bottle, or they give you like the little bottles that they pour into a cup?
I didn't really see them pouring it, but I don't know. The one I had was pretty strong, so
Yeah.
they probably gonna get in trouble for pouring too much.
What'd you get? Like Jack and Coke?
Yep, Jack and Coke.
Is that your
Mhm.
go-to like cocktail?
No, actually, I like Long Island iced teas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for there, that was one of the things they had. So I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and try it. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was gonna be too strong, but it was nice though. It was nice.
I'll tell you what you need to try. Crown and Sprite.
Crown. See, I don't like Crown. I'm not really a Crown drinker.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like Crown. I mean, you can get Jack and Sprite too. Jack and
Yeah.
Sprite tastes pretty good too.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting that lime in it. You know what I mean?
I like
But
I like I like I like smooth drinks.
and you got something with Jack in it.
hey,
I mean,
hey, I was trying to get into the movie. I wanted to be buzzed and ready for the movie.
that's when you get there and you ask for like some Lafroig or something like that. You want some like high end scotch to feel sophisticated, like John Wick.
Right. Just in case I get shot when I leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad around there, because that's over where the Dollar Theater was, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which that was another thing I never knew of until I moved out here. Never
Movies
seen a Dollar
10.
Theater.
Movies 10.
Yeah, it was back when it was over in the other spot where it was in that little like, strip mall in the corner, and it had the black and white checkered floors, and they were all sticky all the
Yep.
time. And they only had like 3 screens or something like that.
I used to sneak in there.
Yep. You have one person pay $1 to go see a movie, and then everybody else came in. Like, oh, we're pulling one over on them. Instead of paying $1 each,
Right.
we're gonna sneak into the wrong theater. Like, you're supposed to sneak into the one that costs 8. But that was also something funny too. Was ticket prices here? I thought they were already cheap because I moved out here in 04. 04, no, summer of 02. I moved out here, and I think when I left, tickets in Fresno, California for like a AMC theater or whatever was like $9.50 per person, like per ticket on a new release movie.
Yeah, it's like $11.50, $12 now.
Yeah, 20 years later, and it's only gone up $2 or $3 from when I left California here, right? When I got here, movies were like $5.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? It was like going back in time because gas was cheaper.
Right.
Everything was cheaper here.
Food's
just
up
crazy.
though. Popcorn's like $5 for a small. Used to be $2.50.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you get all you can out of the butter.
$4 for
keep
a
pouring.
medium cup of Coke.
Yep. Well, I want to say, I mean, there's a lot of theaters that let you bring in your own food and drink now, too. Your own snacks and
I
drinks.
mean, they say not to, but if you do it, it's up to whoever's working if they gonna let you in with it.
Yeah. Oh well,
So,
there's
like,
some that actually say if you want to bring it, bring it. We'll charge you like $2 because of
Right.
the sales we lost on the concession stands. That's where movie theaters make all their money,
Right.
right? The ticket price, all of that goes to like the studios and stuff like that. For they get a portion of it all. The real money in a theater is in the concessions.
Yeah. Usually, you get like refills on the pop.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they get refills on the popcorn too.
Yeah. If you get like a large or something, they
Yeah.
normally are like you get one refill.
Or you can just say it was too much butter on there and wasn't enough salt, and and they give you another one or give you your money back. That's normally what I do.
That's fair. Work the system.
Customer is always right.
I will tell you that is far from the truth. Customer is almost never right.
When you the customer, you always right.
Yeah. When you're the customer better be always right.
Right. Speaking of the movie John Wick, though, Lance Reddick,
Okay.
the guy who plays the what is he?
He plays the concierge.
The concierge. What's
Yeah, he works the desk.
what's the English
That
modern word for
that
it?
is it. He works the desk
He's
at the hotel.
he's the receptionist at the
Not a
motel
receptionist.
at the hotel.
It's concierge.
Or a concierge.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway,
He was also in Fringe.
He was in-
also.
he was in
Yeah.
the TV show Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil TV show that came out last year.
Yep. He was in The Wire.
The Wire, which is a great show as well.
Yeah. Great actor.
But yeah, he passed away recently, so we want to say rest in peace. Rest in peace to Lance Reddick. Great actor.
Yep. Yeah. For real. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, there's no way. But yeah. He was in this one though because they had already filmed. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he was in the new John Wick.
Yeah. It'd be hard to cut him out. He's like a main character at this point. But yeah, I think the first time I saw that dude was on Fringe when I watched through that show. That was a good show.
Yeah, I seen him in The Wire. I was a real Wire fan. And I was seeing Resident Evil TV show too as well, which he played multiple characters in that TV show. So that showed how talented he was.
Yeah. Yeah, cool dude. That was our moment of silence for him. I actually watched a new show on Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone. It's called Tulsa King. Have you heard of that?
I watched that too.
Yeah.
That's a good TV show.
Good ass show. It really gives you those like old gangster movie Goodfellas vibes.
Yeah.
With that.
If you into like the Italian gangster movies and them type of movies, perfect TV show to watch.
Meets Oklahoma westerns, a little bit of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, it's like a
Motorcycle
modern
gang.
day gangster movie,
Yeah. Because I mean, outside of New York, well, I guess like Chicago, I think there's some in like Toledo, probably like these like little like cities and stuff. There's organized crime definitely in there, and everybody.
Organized crime everywhere.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that there was mafia around here. I was like,
Yeah, of course.
is there really mafia around here?
I wouldn't say that they're active. I would say they're probably they're like their kids and grandkids that grew up in the family still running businesses.
Yeah, but is that really mafia then?
I mean, I don't.
If it's not fully organized and stuff like that, and you're not like
They're doing everything legal now. They don't have to do nothing illegal no more because they didn't basically washed all their money into legal businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And after the fucking FBI, CIA took the mafia down, so I mean, that don't mean they're not still around, making moves though.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be just more like low level like street gangs and shit like that are like trying to organize and trying to be all big shots until they get knocked down. I don't know. If as far as like crime goes,
Yeah, because you got to think, they used to call Canton Little Chicago back in the day.
did they? I thought that's what they called Toledo.
Maybe they did, but they also called Canton Little Chicago too.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure. It's a true statement.
Like Depression era Chicago, because there's nothing here.
I mean, the Millette Mall. I mean, it's not there no more. It got sold off. But yeah, the Millette Mall that was owned by Italians. The Millette Plasma, which is still running.
Wait, that was the old mall that shut down. The
Yeah.
little tiny mall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hell, even in 2002, that thing had like 4 stores in it.
He
There
said
was
four
nothing.
stores. He
Like
said
20
four
years ago,
stores.
there was 4, maybe 6 stores in that place. That was not a mall.
Yeah.
That
Hey.
was
Well,
a shopping center.
I'm saying that's where the ties come from, though. Is
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say. There was definitely some mafia ties down here.
You know, I never got kicked out of that mall. I got kicked out of the other mall a bunch. Because me and my friends were little idiots. We used to run in to try to see how quick we could get kicked out of the mall and stuff. Like running in and like breakdancing and like
Yeah.
running into people and knocking over, dumb stuff. Like run into like Abercrombie and Fitch and knock over like mannequins and racks of clothes and then run out because we were ridiculous.
Y'all ever watch that show Jackass?
Yeah. Yep.
I done heard some stories about this guy. This is a real jackass right here.
The funny thing is, I think I mentioned it before, but one of my friends got a video camera, and we started filming our own version of Jackass, and we called it Dumbass Inc.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we would jump off of buildings into bushes and run in front of cars, try to get hit by them. Because, we saw it. We knew how to lift your legs and roll over the top. We're young. We'll bounce. I'm sure.
He
Yeah,
did all the
dumb stuff.
he did all the shit that black kids didn't do because they knew that if they got caught doing it, they was gonna get their ass beat when they got home by their parents.
Yeah, but we got chased by the cops a lot. They just couldn't catch us. We knew that area so well. We literally went Assassin's Creed jumping roof to roof a couple times to get away from cops. And then you lay on one that has sides up on it. You can hop up on that roof within like 2 seconds. So you turn a corner, boom, 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 like parkour onto a roof, lay there, and just listen to them just run past. And you're like, gotcha. And then hop down, throw a rock at them while they're driving by again, try to start it all over. Like dumb stuff. Nowadays, you get shot.
Yeah, you
cops
not
will
doing
just
that.
shoot you.
You ain't doing that nowadays.
You're gonna have a dog, or you're gonna get shot. It's one of the two.
You gonna get shot, then you gonna get tased.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you gonna get shot again, then they gonna tase you again.
Yeah. Stop resisting. Bang, bang. I said stop resist. Bang, bang, bang. Bzz. Yeah. It's bad now. No, and it's bad too because, now that I'm raising kids, it's like, please don't do anything that I ever did as a child
Right.
or a teenager because I was an idiot. Please don't do that. You'll be dead. Like, world don't work that way anymore.
Yeah, I'll be trying to. Well, they like so young, they still toddlers. But when they get older, I want to teach them to be more mature at a young age than what I was. Because when I was young, growing up, like I didn't really have no fear. Like I didn't think that there was consequences. I just did what I want.
Teenagers.
I just did what I wanted to do.
Yep. I mean, that's how everybody is. They're invincible. They don't think that there's any consequences to their actions because
Right.
on the one hand, hey, they're a minor. The record's not going to stick with them. Well, not so much anymore. They're charging 15-year-olds as adults in some things.
Man, I used to be dumb doing dumb stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was I got put on house arrest because I got caught carrying a gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was on house arrest for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, this is when I was dating my first kid's mom. She told me she's pregnant. So she told me she's pregnant. It's like the same day I'm about to get off house arrest.
Uh-oh.
Right? Tell me, I'm like, all right, you pregnant? I ain't. First of all, I ain't believe her, and I'm like, damn, we about to find out. So I ain't had no money to get a pregnancy test. She was like, I need a pregnancy test to be for sure I'm pregnant because I think I'm pregnant. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can leave now. I just got off a house arrest, so I go to the pharmacy, to the drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the pregnancy test kits. Even they cost like $15, $20, $30. I'm like, man, I'm not about to spend no $15, $30 on no pregnancy test and come find out you might not even be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I took that pregnancy test, tucked it underneath my shirt, ran out the pharmacy. fresh off of house arrest.
Side note, this is why we need Planned Parenthood.
But yeah, that just goes to show, like, you're just so reckless the way you think at a young age,
Yeah, live like there's no tomorrow because, I mean, as far as you're concerned, it's guaranteed.
Right.
It's never guaranteed, but in your eyes, when you're a kid, it's always guaranteed. Yeah, I'll just do that tomorrow. Like, or what? I'm going to get in trouble and be on probation for 6 months. Oh, well, like, I'll still go out and party.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, me and my friends, when we was doing stuff like that at a young age, I don't think that we really start taking stuff serious until we was getting in trouble and they was like, well, this is pretty serious, or look, you're not facing a couple months, like you're facing years.
Mm-hmm.
So when them years start kicking in, you start doing them years, then you start stopping to think, like, look, I got to get my life together and start doing something different.
Yeah. I had a buddy who got, I think, 3 years put over his head. They were like, you do anything, it's boom, 3 years, done.
Right.
Was his probation. You violate it in any way, 3 years, done. He was good for most of it. Towards the end, he was like, I don't care, 3 years is nothing, let's go. And I'm like,
right.
In the middle of that, they're going to flip it over to adult charges. Don't do it. Like,
yeah, 3 years, it sounds like it ain't nothing till you sitting there doing that 3 years. Then you be like, yeah, man, damn, I shouldn't have did that.
Yep. Yeah, time is crazy. You always think 3 minutes is short until you actually sit there and watch a clock count down 3 minutes.
Yeah. You hear about them two inmates that escaped the prison in Virginia?
Mm-mm.
So they made this tool out of a toothbrush, somehow dig a hole. I don't know how they did it or how long it took them to do it. They must have watched that movie Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Or something.
They put up a poster.
How they escape from Alcatraz, I don't know.
Maybe they had tattoos on their back and it was the blueprints.
Obviously, they're not dumb. They're pretty smart if they took a toothbrush and dig their way out of jail somehow.
Smart, but resourceful is not smart, by the way. It's not all the same.
But so they end up getting away, escaping from Virginia. Tell me, can you guess how they got caught? Where they got caught at? Just take a guess.
Let's see. Virginia. I want to say something completely outrageous and say for some reason they went to Washington, D.C. and they got caught there, like on some dumb shit.
All right, well, check this out. I don't know if they got caught in Virginia or in Columbus because it was Columbus news.
Okay.
But they got caught at IHOP restaurant. It's where they got caught at.
They just got out. They had to have some pancakes, They were hungry.
Yeah, they had to get the pancakes, man.
They were Tyrese in all of the Fast and Furious movies. He hungry.
I'd be like, look, man, you about to go to IHOP, get some pancakes, man. I'm on the run, man. I'm trying to get away, dog. Like, you gonna go by yourself.
Yeah. You go to IHOP. I'm gonna keep on this road.
I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah. You go to IHOP. I'm gonna steal a car in IHOP. All right. Welcome back. Had a little bit of a weird technical glitch where the camera stopped recording and our monitor stopped and everything. The only thing that kept rolling was the sound, so it's going to be fun to sync. But where were we? Talking about dumb shit?
Oh, we was talking about the inmates that escaped from jail in Virginia, and they stopped at IHOP to get some pancakes.
Were they worth it? I don't think so. Should have went to Denny's.
Yeah, they right before that they watched the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. They watched Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Dumber.
Right.
They just went through the whole trilogy on the way. Oh,
The
I couldn't even imagine. Like, you get back to prison, it's like, where'd they catch you? Like, at a bar.
Yeah, be lying like a
not,
motherfucker.
not IHOP. I'll tell you that much. That would be dumb.
Man, I was getting me some pancakes.
Now I'm curious on how they got caught. If they just like saw the news broadcast, or if they were just like being dumb.
I have no clue how exactly how they got caught. I'm pretty sure they pictures was probably posted on the news and stuff. Somebody probably recognized them.
Probably, but who looks at that anymore? Who watches cable TV to see that happen? Like to see the news broadcast come up.
Yeah, that's true. But if you read a lot of Google News though, they'll show photos on Google News.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm looking through like news stuff, like 2 inmates escaped, I'm swiping past it because I'm like, okay, like
they probably looked like inmates.
I mean, they could have just been smashing food or caused trouble or something. My thought was they were like trying to start a fight or arguing or something like that and got the cops called.
Or they didn't have money to pay for the bill.
Yeah. I mean, They obviously couldn't have.
I guarantee that I'm going to tell you what happened. I guarantee that they ordered a bunch of food and the fucking waiter probably got suspicious. Was like, man, they ordering too much food. Ain't no way in hell they about to pay for this.
Yeah.
They probably called the cops ahead of time before they was done eating.
Right, yeah. We got a weird thing going on. Yeah, but then imagine the cops showing up and they were actual just regular citizens and they're like,
yeah, like
the cops show up like, why you ordering so much food? Like, is this a crime? It would turn into like a First Amendment auditor kind of thing.
You got too much syrup.
Yeah.
What you need extra butter for?
You got 2 stacks of pancakes? Yeah, it's all you can eat, right? Whoa. Call the cops. He asked for a 3rd stack. Tase him. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
with the food shortages going around, that's likely to happen.
Yeah. I mean, prices are getting better in stores. It's not as bad, I've noticed. You know, I'm only paying an extra like $75 for groceries.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, your financial situation, how many kids you got too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I got a preteen and a toddler, so they go through food.
I know I spend over $100 every time I go to a grocery store.
Well, I started because I'm so close to an Aldi. I've started to like whatever I need for dinner that night, I'll go to the store for, and then I go grocery shopping like once a week to get all the in-between stuff, all the snacks and other randomness that we get, drinks, stuff like that. But as far as a meal goes, then I can sit there and go, okay, I went to the store and I only spent, $12 for this meal. Right? I got some ground beef, some elbow macaroni, and, some beef stock, and some cheese. So I made, goulash or something. And then I can take that and then eat whatever's left over for lunch the next day or something. But it works out pretty well because then you're only using like half a thing of sauce or something,
Right.
So then you make that last twice as long. And yeah, I'm starting to learn how to do that, like be a little bit more smart about it.
Being more preservative?
Yeah, like being like, I don't know, just being more smart about buying, because I was the biggest impulse buyer, like out of anybody I ever knew.
Right.
I go to a store and I just look at something and be like, that's cool, I'm buying it. Didn't matter if I had the money or anything. Now I'm the one who's like, whoa, do we have a use for this?
Yeah, that's
and I'm
how
like,
I am.
Who am I?
Yeah, that's how I am.
I'm like different person.
I used to be like that too. Like, even if I couldn't afford something, I'll still buy it. Because that urge of wanting something,
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would save my money up to buy stuff that I didn't actually need.
Yeah.
It was more of a want. So even if I couldn't afford it, it wasn't really about the fact I couldn't afford it, because I knew I could save up to buy it eventually.
Yep.
And I would save up for as long as I needed to save for to get what I wanted.
Yeah.
Basically. When I could have been using that money that I saved towards like an emergency situation, or just leaving it in the bank, having a emergency fund.
Yeah.
instead of spending it. Because I done spent all this time saving it.
Well, nowadays you don't have to save it anymore. You just put it on a payment plan, and it's the exact same thing, only you already owe on it, and you're already stuck. At least if you're saving for something and you realize, like, I don't need that, you have that money.
Yeah,
Now
that's
it's
true
like,
too.
all right, I'll buy it. Pay it in 12? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's true too. If you want to pay all the interest.
Well, a lot of those don't have interest. Plus, PayPal has like a pay in 4 that's 0 interest. It's literally split up between
really?
4 payments. Yeah. It's not like some of the like quick loan ones. What's that called?
What about Zip? Isn't there like
I don't know that one.
a Zip? Yes, another program called Zip Pay. Would you buy now and pay later?
I don't know that program. Is it like a firm? Have you heard of a firm?
Yeah, it's like a firm.
Okay, then yeah. We actually have our Peloton on an Affirm payment plan thing. We bought
Okay.
it through Affirm. It got 3 uses and is sitting in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So don't
Yeah,
buy
I
a
mean,
Peloton.
there's
It's
so
not worth
many.
it.
There's so many like payment plan options now that wasn't available years ago.
Yep.
You
And
know.
now they just rope you in because before you're like, oh, I can't afford it. I guess I can't get it, or I'm gonna have to save up for it. And then, like I said, you go,
Mhm.
oh, I actually don't need that. Yeah, I'm gonna take this money and spend it on something else. Or something
Right.
comes up and you're like, oh, I have all this money I was saving for this other thing. Now it's like, no, you're already in. Like, you already bought it. Now you have to just keep paying us. Try to not pay us. See what happens.
Right. They gonna
Hope
take
you
your
didn't
ass
like
to
your
court.
credit.
They gonna take you as a court, garnish your wages.
Mm-hmm.
that
And
you,
you're paying more back than what you were
your
originally
little
gonna pay.
wages that you get, so you're not about to have no money left afterwards.
Yep. I am the king of. I live my life according. Most of what comes out of my account is auto pay microtransactions for randomness, like cell phone and this streaming service, this streaming service, this streaming
Mhm.
service. Like they're all like $10, $20, $15, $25, and then it's like, but it hits like every few days, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you just watch your account just chip down.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Then when they come out with a new TV show, you got to make sure you got the right app to watch it all.
Right. Or you get the trial and then you forget to cancel the trial.
Yeah.
Note
Soon as you
to self
cancel,
while I
soon as you
edit
cancel,
this,
soon as you
cancel
cancel
Paramount
it,
Plus.
soon as you cancel it, they're gonna come out with a new show, or your old show gonna come back on with a new season. Like, oh, I got to reorder it all over again.
Yeah, I got to find a new card number so I can order another trial. No, I'll tell you the funny thing is, I actually got a little smart about the transactions, the auto pays and stuff, because before it's like, I don't know what's coming out when, I don't know how much money I really have in my account.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I opened up a secondary checking account and I put all of that stuff there,
Okay.
right? And so it all comes out of one account, except for a couple things. I still have to move over a few things. But everything comes out of that one account.
Mm-hmm.
I have a separate account also from for my car.
Right.
So the money for the car payment goes in there. I know nothing will ever touch it to make it go lower than the amount that's in there.
Right. Exactly.
Right? So I know that's always paid. My mortgage, all of that stuff too. But I have this separate bill pay account that now I know how much I need to take out of each check,
Mm-hmm.
put it in there, and that's going to pay all those bills. And now that money's gone out of my regular checking account, so now I always know how much money I actually have.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
That's a good idea.
if you can get a second checking account and do that, there's your pro tip for the day. Life hack.
Or you can get a prepaid debit card and put all your expenses on that card alone, which is separate from your checking account.
You can, but then you have to remember to put money on it.
Yeah, you got to put money on it. That's the whole point of having it.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but in my case, I have an auto transfer set up in my bank.
Direct deposit.
I don't have a direct deposit to it yet. That's my plan, is to go to my job and say, hey, I want you to split my direct deposit. I want you to put this much in here and this much in here, and then I never have to see it. It's all
Right.
completely hands off. It just happens. I never have to worry about it. It's just done. But for now, I have an automatic transfer that I can schedule transfers with my bank, with US
Right.
Bank. So I can schedule on paydays that it's going to send this much. So it hits my account, sends it.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's not
cool.
quite direct deposit, but it's close. So if I have a prepaid card, I'm gonna have to go. I got paid today, right? Yeah. Got to remember to transfer money to it. Put money on the card. You know, it's that one little extra step that if something crazy is happening, right? You have some type of emergency. Somebody's in a hospital, you know, something like that, and you're like, I forgot to do it. Now I have 3 bills that are late. I don't have to worry about it.
It's a good strategy.
So, you know, I'm still stretched. I'm still stretched way too thin. Like my margins are way too close. Like,
or you can be like Cat Williams, you know, smoke a blunt, get high, and be like, man, fuck that bill.
yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as
That
it's
was the
not the
funniest.
electricity, you know. I require Wi-Fi, which requires electricity. So
Cat
that would be-
Williams, you know how many people lost electricity and gas, got turned off because of you?
Yeah. Hey, we're coming up on. I mean, it is spring as of last Monday, right? This previous Monday was
Yeah,
the first day of spring.
Supposedly.
No,
It's supposed to
sorry.
snow next week.
Astronomical spring. As far as the Earth's relation to the sun, it is now spring.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Correct.
it's not spring because we haven't had like Groundhog's Day, blah blah blah. This
Yeah,
many
where are the birds
weeks.
at? They're
You
supposed
know.
to be chirping.
They say like Easter is supposed to be like the beginning of spring, but it's not. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah, I ain't never seen no hopping bunny rabbit with no eggs in the basket yet.
That's fair. I mean, I've seen them, but they were all animated. You know. That
Why
movie
am I
Hop was
why
good.
why are we buying all these Easter baskets for our kids? I'm not like, why are we wasting all this money every year for these Easter baskets for this rabbit
It's the same as Valentine's Day. It's the candy companies.
that don't even exist?
I mean, yeah, and we are hiding eggs to celebrate the death of Jesus and resurrection of Jesus.
I'm not. Yeah, can somebody explain this to me? Cause I'm not getting this nonsense.
And here's my favorite part, right? You know why Easter lands on a different day every year? On a, different day of the week, different day.
Why?
There's no set date.
Right, because they made that shit up because
No.
it really don't exist.
No. It happens on at a very specific day every year, right? It is the first Sunday after the first full moon of spring.
Mm-hmm.
What does that sound like? Does that sound very Christian?
I
Does that sound very pagan?
was just about to say that, but I didn't know if I should say it. But yeah,
It's
it
okay.
kind of does sound kind of paganism.
It's extremely because a lot of the Christian, like, I'm gonna give you this real quick, and believe me or not,
this is what it boils down to on the podcast.
yeah. Sorry, I can hear 3 of you clicking away from the video, and thanks for coming anyways.
we gotta say something that's gonna get us kicked off or assassinated or something.
No. People are leaving Christianity in droves nowadays because they have actually been reading the Bible. But anyways, I know I have some strong opinions.
We all do.
Here's the thing: a lot of Christian religions are based in pagan religions, right? You have Christmas based on Yule, Saturnalia, stuff like that. I mean, Easter is just a spring festivus, it's bringing in the spring season and new life and everything, right?
It's just another reason to spend more money, man. That's how I look at it.
Well, I mean, yeah, consumerism took over, and that's like the real evil. So
I buy my kids toys or whenever I can afford to buy them toys every day, every week, once a month, whatever the case may be. You don't have to wait till Christmas to treat your kids like they're special.
No, I'm pretty sure people are active in consumerism up until all throughout the year, and then Christmas is when they take it to the next notch, and they have to go big or go home because their kids will hate them forever, or they're not as good as the other parents, and it's a status thing.
That might work for some people, certain families, or whatever. But how am I gonna explain me as a person of color? I'm not even gonna say as a black man, but I'm gonna say as a person of color.
Oh, white Santa?
How I'm gonna explain to my kids that some fat white guy with the white beard bought them all these toys and these clothes,
And isn't a biker.
and they're not gonna respect me. They gonna respect this white guy that they ain't never spent no time with him, ain't never bought him no McDonald's. You know,
I mean, yeah.
y'all, I don't know. Think about it. You know.
I mean, that's fair. But I was just saying that they're based on pagan religions, and it's like Emperor Constantine and stuff wanted to appease the pagans that he came from, while also accepting and knowing that Christianity was the thing that was heading into the future, and just combined the two and was smart about it. So when you see a Christian, some type of holiday, just look into it a little bit, and you'll see a little bit of pagan undertones to it. So, but on that note, I think we're about done here. I don't know how long we've been going, because I didn't see the time before it actually cut out. So
About 40 minutes.
yeah, I got a recording over here
About
that says
40
about
minutes.
that, but it's been hit or miss in there too. So who knows? But just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment.
Yeah.
Actually comment.
Oh, we like to see the views, and just put in some comments about some subjects and things that you want us to talk about. That
Yeah.
we want to hear from you guys too. We don't always just want to talk about things we want to talk about. Give us some ideas. Let us hear what y'all want to hear.
Yeah, I'm all for topics. Send us some topics. Otherwise, we're not just here just pulling shit out of just random thin air. I mean, which works pretty good. I like it. I like just being able to sit here and
Yeah.
bullshit. But go ahead and click down here to subscribe. Over the top of Javal, I'm just going to put a video, I don't know, random video of ours. Just go and watch that one too. It helps. Otherwise, just click out of it and find something else. All 7 of you. We appreciate you. As always.
7.5. See you later.
Take it easy. Peace.